up a little bit. You know, before the architect put a nice little porch on it, and I'm thinking we don't have the money for that. Now we're going to do it. It'll make the place look nice, you know, and the more important thing to me is getting these dog runs, getting these bay windows in here so the cats have a nice big area. Right now they're in this room and this room. They get no sunshine, you know. It's just stuff that would be nice, you know. We've got the money to do it. I just think it's important to put this thing on. I'll be honest with you. This is the last year Sue and I are going to do this, and with the $100,000 that we're getting from this person, who's a client of mine, and the $60,000, I don't want to leave this place with $160,000 cash. It scares me because all the thefts and things, and maybe I shouldn't say this in public, but I'd rather spend the money and know we got a building that nobody can take away. And that's where I'm at. So, just concerns me. So, my wife, I hate doing this. My wife and I have given our heart and soul to this place for 3.5 years, and at the end of our term this time, we're not going to do it. We just can't do it. But, you know, we care a lot about this place, and I mean, you know, they call us, we don't have room. Well, we can't take your dog, and I know damn well they're probably dumping it off on a throughway or something, you know. They just, if you know, they want to know what the surrender fees are. They're like shopping around. It's disgusting. But that's what we put up with. How much does it cost to get rid of this freaking dog? Yeah. Why do you want to get rid of your dog? What is shitty?
What is the size of that expansion?
This is 38 roughly.
By what? 25?
25, yeah.
38.
That's about 1,000 square feet, I guess, something like that, a little shy.
All right, board, got any questions?
Yeah, I have a Rick, first of all, I do want to thank you very much for all the work that you have done, and your wife.
It means a lot.
I know it hasn't been a easy situation, you know, with what has happened in the past, and what is happening right up to, you know,
a couple weeks
ago. But putting that aside, you know, nobody said it was going to be easy, no matter what. no matter what you do. No matter what you do. But I thank you for all your work.
Thank you.
Do you have a cost of what this is?
Not exactly, but my guess is it's, you know, ballpark between 90 and 100, something like that.
I see, right.
If we use like Anderson windows and all that, which we don't have to do. I had one builder look at it. We don't need 4Z, thick or whatever he's calling for, but I think we can easily do it with the 100 we have.
So I'm sorry. And then the other thing is what type of bidding are you going to do? I mean, you have the
what type of bidding?
Yeah. I mean, in other words, are you going to send this out now to, say, 3 different people?
Oh, at least, yes.
And say, you know, what it is so that you can get the best,
yes.
Best bang for the buck.
That's why I wanted to get these back, so I could give them out to some area builders and see what they come back. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
No, I think he answered the question. You have a hunch that it's going to come in that kind of money?
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of guys. I mean, we've had estimates at 160, and then somebody else came in.
You know.
Yeah, if it comes to that, we're not going to do it, or we're going to cut it down a lot. But I don't. You know what? With the way it is, every contractor I know is like dying for work. So if we can't get it done at a decent price for the cash we've got, then we just won't do it. But I'm not worried about
this
that.
This part might be minor, but I think we have to give it some consideration, because like you said, air conditioning, all that. Your annual expenditures will go up.
I understand that.
I mean, you need to think about that because of raising money in the future.
Right. Well, the thing is, what we've done, I mean, we have had, contrary to newspaper article, we've had fundraisers this year, and one of the things we've done is up the adoption fees and things like that. So also Jeff Chanin, who you folks know, I'm sure, is an attorney, and he said, and I'm not counting on this, but we could also, if it's feasible, take dogs in from city of Newburgh or something like that, and they got to pay us $50 a day. I'm not counting on that. It's not even, but it's, if we have to increase the cost of, if we've got 7 more dogs in here or 11 dogs, in theory they're going to get adopted out and we'll get the money for it. I mean, we have done everything we possibly can to cut the expenses. We know a lot of vets. We've gotten reduced amounts on that. We get reduced amounts on whatever medications we can do in the shelter. We've got untold things that we've done to cut costs and stuff like that. So, I'm not real,
Well, the only concern I have, and I think it's...
Sure, it's going to increase the expenses.
You don't want to have where the person could afford the house but can't afford the taxes.
I understand that. And, well, we don't pay taxes.
No, I don't mean taxes. I mean expenses.
Sure, the electric bill and things like that. Well, first off, it's going to be insulated really well, and it's not something I think, as a business person, I think that it's something I've kicked around, and I'm not concerned about that, to be quite frank with you. Because we got lights on in here and heating and AC and all that crap, but, if it's insulated right, it's not going to be a major thing. So.
Dennis, in regard to this, what kind of document do we need? Resolution with all the nitty-gritty of this?
Yeah, again, you haven't made applications to the building department yet?
No.
No, I've just spoken to Neil about, what we need, and I think the first step was coming here.
I understand, just to inform, yeah.
Well, we've got to give the land, or this additional space that the town owns.
I assume as much, yeah. I think once the application goes in, Neil can break it down so that the board can more intelligently approach it.
Fortunately, we're not talking prime real estate here.
No, I understand, but it is town real estate.
No, I know, I'm kind of joking.
Owned by the citizens.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I know Neil has talked to me about this, and I think for the board, from my perception, they do need the room, and I think that accident that occurred 2 weeks ago would not have occurred had this been there.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
And, okay. All right, well, let us do this. Go ahead and, Dennis, just in terms of make application, and then we'll follow down to us and proceed on with Neil then, if you would. And then we'll, at the appropriate time, we'll have a resolution authorizing the donation of this land or whatever it is to this end use.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you all very much.
One quick point, just a point of interest. The well for the Humane Society, I believe, is shared with the police department, because I had that well drilled. So I would check with the police department if there's excess water cleaning and running down. I don't know how it's going to affect the PD. They may not be real happy with it. Maybe you should check with them. I'm pretty sure I'm right. The well is shared with them.
Yeah, the well sits right about here.
Yeah, I remember I was involved when we did the electrical and all this stuff, but we had it drilled specifically for that. When the police said, hey, how about us? Because they were going with the highway department, their water pressure was like, I'm just saying, might just want to check with the chief.
Something that has to be checked out.
Okay, well, just...
Yeah, I would assume that they probably use probably more water than we do. I don't know.
The thing is, the police department, of course, uses all the bottled water, and they use it for the bathrooms, but the DPW, the state of New York, the DEC, put in a purification system. This may generate enough volume for the same thing because of the MTB contamination that was created upstream of us.
Okay.
So I know right now you don't have that, but with the volume of dog runs and all you're going to be doing, it's something anyway to be considered with.
Sure, okay.
And I would, the people in the DEC are the ones who are the lead agency on this contamination. And so that's where I would, Neil knows about that. He'll lead you through that process.
Just one other thing, but just a courtesy to neighbors, if you're going to have 12 dogs outside at any given time, just let the neighbors.
I'm sorry, say that again.
If you're going to have these door runs open and those dogs start barking that summer day, we've all been around.
Anybody can hear these dogs barking. It's a miracle.
Well, you have the house.
Well, they're like...
I'm just saying, as a courtesy, I'm not saying the front.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I would imagine it for the most part they're going to be inside, but this just makes it easier on everybody involved that you can just let them out.
I'm just a courtesy. We have people across the street, and we all hear the complaints of dogs are barking, blah, blah, blah. So if they know about it, they can complain afterwards.
Good.
Great.
All right, Rick, thank you very much for
Thank you.
listening to us.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Thank you guys very much.
And yeah, I would also like to thank you and everybody else out there, all the volunteers.
Just information we needed, there was a huge